mountain. I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything.
What up, guys? Colton Roush here, CG4507. Welcome to the National Madden League. First ever video, the first one we're ever doing for this league. We're trying to bring more content, and we're trying to keep you engaged the whole time we're playing this season. I got BJ here, King of the Hill. You know, as commissioners, we want to get back to the community and get back to you guys and show them what we have in store for the season. It looks like it's going to be a great year of Madden. So, as no further ado, BJ, you got anything to add right now?
No, what's good, everyone? I'm excited. Hopefully, we can get a great start to the season, and we can dethrone the champ over here.
I like to hear it. All right, so we'll start out. You see, we have the National Madden League, new name change, FTX. Cole was trying to stay on some crypto fan, and as other co-commissioners, we said we gotta find something. We gotta have an identity for this league. We want to make it like worldwide known, like, hey, what we're doing. So we looked at it, we put some suggestions in there. We wrote the National Madden League, and this logo brought to you by BJ. Put so much time and effort into it, working the different Photoshop, editing, and stuff like that. Created this amazing logo to give us something to put a brand out there and have people be exposed to it, get people invest into the league and want to be as interactive as possible, not with as commissioner side of things, but as with the community, with you guys. We're trying to give you all the exposure we can. BJ, I mean, I know you say it took you like 8 hours on this logo, but man, it looks sweet and nice. I gotta admit to that.
I appreciate it, man. It definitely it took about 8 hours. The beginning process was mainly me trying to learn Photoshop. Luckily, my wife is into graphics a little bit, and so she gave me some pointers to help me out a little bit to make it go by a little bit faster, because it would have took forever. But I actually really enjoyed it. So who knows? Maybe later in the year we might be able to get like a secondary logo. I can change some things up, add some things, and hopefully this can be a symbol of a great franchise.
All right, so now let's go to the next thing. We had our team selection, but with every team selection, randomized order and stuff like that, but certain people on the back like, I don't want to draft in the back. I want to get a good team. So they're willing to trade draft picks to move up in the draft order to actually pick their team. And BJ is going to go through what trades we had to see people moved around to pick different teams.
Alrighty, so our first trade, we had Colton sending a 6 overall, his 6 overall pick at first from 2023, 2024, as well as that first free agency pick to switch picks with Duke for the first overall pick. We're going to question why we allowed this, why we would decide to trade with the 6-time Super Bowl champion. But hey, that's, in and itself. But we also had Nelson, the 32nd overall pick, a first from 2023, 2024, a second from 2024, and a third from 2025 to Rue to switch team picks to that 7th overall pick. Then we had Duke, who was just maneuvering. I applaud him for the picks that he was able to grab in these trades. Not that first one, but every other trade was amazing. He traded the 6 overall to Crispy for all of his picks in 2023 and 2024, besides the first for 2024. So Crispy just decided, forget these picks. I'm here to build, and so hopefully that works out for him. Then we had Cam. He sent the 23rd overall. He sent the first, a second, a third from 2023, as well as a second from 2024 to Coach to switch team picks to that 12th overall pick. And so we had some interesting picks, trades, and a lot of people giving up draft picks. And it being a franchise with a lot of years to be played, that can be interesting to see if people can build a team and not be tied up with a whole bunch of cap space with players they already have. What do you think about that?
It's okay, yeah. Sorry, it's interesting. Like Crispy traded every single pick, actually, except for like a couple picks, but every single pick, and we'll get to the team selection later, because with the team selection he did too, it's very interesting why he did it. I kind of I can see why he's doing it if he's that confident how he's going to play, and also we'll talk later about how Madden 23 is feeling and stuff like that. There's certain things, benefits you want to have on your team this year, but with Duke, man. Duke, we'll see with his team selection, but Duke has so much draft capital right now. He really could just draft the whole NFL draft himself, stuff like that. And also, free agency is a little bit different than 23 as well. So it's like you're not going to get top tier free agency. It's like, I can just get the free agency. It's all dependent now. It's going to be a very different aspect of things and how everything works. But a lot of trades. I had my own trade and stuff like that. I want to get a team. As a commissioner, I want to have a team for promote content and stuff like that. But that's why I traded up. I probably could have got to where I was at, but I just want to be on the safe side. I want a new team, different team, get a different experience with it. So, but hey, we'll get to the team selection in a little bit. But so going on further, so now we've got game of the weeks. We've done it in the league already. Everyone knows about it. We'll have a poll in the league, vote for the winner, and then every game of the week will be streamed as best possible, stuff like that. However, what we're bringing this year is myself, BJ, Cam, Cole, and maybe a special guest here and there if they have time. They want to have a broadcast with us. We're going to broadcast a live game. We'll be sitting there watching them play the game of the week and broadcasting to you, giving suggestions, see like what kind of ideas are they thinking about, picking the brain of the people playing and see like, this is what we see. Basically, if you ever seen the Mannings do on the Monday Night Football, that's what we're bringing to you guys this week, and it's going to be a very fun and interesting experience. And we already decided who the first game of the week was going to be. It's going to be Rue versus Heck. It should be a very interesting game, similar playing styles, stuff like that. New game, new adjustments they have to make. But, we're very excited for it. DJ, I know we talked about it. I know it's a big, ambitious goal. We're going to try and do it as best as possible we can. But how do you feel about actually broadcasting the game in the leagues? I'm
really excited about that because if you're wondering how that's going to look, it's going to look similar to how this looks right now. The only difference is, of course, instead of seeing the slides that we have up here, it'll be the game. And we'll be going back and forth talking about what's going on and things like that. But it's going to bring a new feel, new energy to the league. I think at some points last year, that game of the week kind of flew under the radar a little bit. I think this will hypen it up a little bit, get people a little bit more interested in it, see what we are thinking about certain users and things that in the games that are going on right now. So it's important for these game of the weeks that you guys, if possible, let us know in advance when these games are going to be played so that we can try to schedule around that time and stream these games because we really want to do this. But, of course, it always relying on the time of you and your whomever is going to be playing. And we say that not to say that you have to be playing during our time and the time we want you to play, but we're just interested in trying to bring some energy and some feel to the league this year. Exactly, but we're going to do our best. We're going to try and match it up with you guys. That's why we want to know. But if you guys have to do it streaming, we can't be there. No penalty, no fault. We're just trying to do the best we can to help spice things up, get content out there, stuff like that. So if that's best possible, let us know when you guys can schedule it early as possible so we can get some form of group together so we can, hey, who's free this time for as commissioners or guys who are able to help broadcast that game. But I am excited for this. Beach is excited for this. So, but now we're going to go to the top 10, the preseason top 10. BJ, I know you see the top 10, so you could go through it. I'm going to go through this top 10 list. This was the user voting results. So hopefully, we know everybody didn't get a chance to vote, and everybody wasn't as sure exactly because some people were new to the league. But our top 10 went Colton, number 1, Crispy 2, Cole 3, me at number 4, T at 5, Briss at 6, Spritz, is that how you say his name?
Spitz.
Okay. Spitz at 7, Snow at 8, Roro at 9, and Steez at 10. And this list is really interesting to me. First things first, very disrespectful. You're gonna see my comment a lot this year. It became personal to me because 4 was bad enough. Not being in the top 3, the disrespect that I got there was bad enough. But the worst thing of it all was Cole being in front of me. If I was 4 and Cole was 5, I'd have been like, I'm still not happy, but it's like, hey, it is what it is. But the fact that Cole was in front of me, whoever voted that way, I have a problem with you. And if I find out who it is, just know I might get kicked out of the league for putting 60 on it. So, just know. But yeah, I'm excited. It gave me a little bit more energy to get ready for the year because I was like, wow, that's disrespectful. But what you think about that list, Cole?
Well, I appreciate people. Like, out of the results, voted first. I was voted first in every single one except for 2, and the other 2, when I wasn't first, I was second. So I appreciate it. Madden 22 was a great year of my Madden experience. We'll cover it further in detail towards the end of the video, but it was a great Madden 22. Like I said, Cole being in front of BJ, I see why, because people know Cole a little bit more and stuff like that. They don't really know BJ. BJ was around for maybe 2 seasons. Evan I got 3rd season, no one really played. The second season was a reboot, and his first season here was year 5, and it was like people were playing stuff like that, but it was still like people were ready for a reboot because of the draft. So it was interesting. I played with Spitz before. Spitz plays great defense. Madden 23 so far I feel like I'm more of a defensive game, stuff like that. It's a lot better on defense side of things if you know how to use them. There's certain things that you could get away with that you couldn't get away with in the years past. So, but yeah, Crispy's a good player, stuff like that. It's going to be interesting. We'll talk later about the teams, but this list has been a great start, interesting start. I'm to see how it's going to change. Probably the next poll you see, probably around week 4, we'll do every quarter of the season, week 4, week 8, week 12, week 16, we're going to the playoffs. But week 4 should be interesting because you're going to see how people adjust to the new game and with the new teams, see actually who is the real deal, who's not the real deal. So, but go on. But DJ, got anything else to add real quick?
No, we also we'll be able to use the Daddy League power rankings a little bit as well too. So it'll be a little bit more non-biased.
Yeah, exactly. They'll base out the team schedule, who they played, look at their stats as well. We're gonna look at commissioners. We're gonna look at it too. We're not just gonna put people randomly in spots as well. We're gonna look at it's okay, yeah, that person deserves to be there, stuff like that. We'll adjust it accordingly as needed. So
yeah.
So
this is actually gonna be a 2-pager. So just heads up. And Cole's about to go over this first side of the teams and users.
Yeah, so we got the teams and the users right now. What team selection? So obviously, I traded up for number 1. The team I wanted to use this year for Madden 23 was the Arizona Cardinals. A lot of young talent, Kyler Murray, Mr. Codmaster himself, But, I want to say, hey, let me give a shot at the kid, he often calls himself Baby Yoda, stuff like that. Let me use Kyler Murray, the Cardinals. Very interesting, stuff like that. We will adjust some of the Superstars X factors because D-Hop is not a superstar right now because he's suspended, stuff like that, and that's a Madden EA side of things why to do it. But we will adjust people to proper ratings and rankings what it should be in development. So, but that's why I went to number 1. Then look at this list. Snow was on the top 10. He went to Buffalo Bills. Bills always a great team. Brees with the Panthers. A lot of speed in that secondary. A lot of speed in that defense. So it should be interesting. Cole went with Denver, got Russell Wilson now, X-Factor quarterback. I feel like X-Factor quarterback is going to be huge this year. I think it's going to make a big difference. You got Chris here of the Chiefs. Chris, not one of the top players in the league, but he plays all of his games, stuff like that, but has one of the best teams in Madden sometimes. But, Tyreek Hill's gone. They're still going to be up there, still have Mahomes, but should be interesting to see. So, also to note, the Houston Texans will not be playing, so we do have an open spot that will be filled to be determined. We will obviously cover in a news article as I put out usually to say who's filling the Texans role, but we will get to that point when it comes across. T as the Packers, but T might be switching to the Texans though. So in case we can't fill anyone for Texans, he said he will switch over to Texans to fill that team. So one of the top 5 players taking part of one of the worst 5 teams in the league. So should be interesting if he does that. So we will see.
And just a quick rule is the Detroit Lions. That's one of the person that one side of the first game of the week. So I just wanted to highlight that one as well while we're right there. All right, second page.
Yeah, so going to the second page, it's gonna be very fun. Heck, game of the week, Eagles versus Lions. Ancient teams, gonna be very fun to see. Lions are very young. They have a lot of speed in the wide receiver core. That's like no one did actually realize that. With Jameson Williams being 98 speed, DJ Chark being 95, so you have a lot of speed in that secondary. Eagles got Jalen Hurts. You got some superstars secondary and Darius Slay. A lot of older guys. Jordan Davis, a monster in the front 7. We'll see how she plays in Madden, but D-line's been a little bit buff this year. We'll talk about that later. Crispy, who made all those trades to move up, picked the Pittsburgh Steelers, BJ's team. BJ was very upset. I took it personal. Michael Jordan meme. This is what started to spin the pot. So it's interesting to see because Crispy traded all of that up for the Steelers, which is a very interesting team to trade all your picks for. Yes, he's going to rock Kenny Pickett, a rookie quarterback, depending how he does, but it's different this year. The EA's come out and said you can throw for a bunch of passing on touchdowns, but if you throw a bunch of picks, those dead upgrades are not going to be there for you. So it should be interesting to see if he actually gets him up to where he needs to be. He's starting at 68 overall. Skill player-wise, they got Najee and Deontay. George Pickens is an interesting build. It might be good, it might be not. So it depends how you use your offense, how you get him involved. Defensive side of things, he wants to trade T.J. Watt, which I said, okay, sure. But it should be interesting what he's trading him for. I don't know what the official trade is, but it's supposed to be with Snow. We'll find out in a short bit. BJ here, the Tennessee Titans. King Henry himself. And BJ's been messing around playing with Ryan Tannehill or Malik Willis. It looks like he's leaning toward starting Malik Willis from day one. A lot of speed at quarterback, a lot of arm strength, brings a different element to the offense. So it should be interesting to see that. Some other top 10 teams we see here, Roro went with the Raiders. The Steves went with the Jets. A lot of good teams this year. Chargers is a great team as well. There's a lot of talent in this league right now. It changes from stuff like that. So space with the Dolphins, it's depending how you play. Madden 23, I will say, is completely different from Madden 22. What you knew in Madden 22, you will have to. Some of it you can take it over, but some of it you might have to change your whole mindset about. So
yeah, definitely some adjustments everybody's going to have to make. Pass rush is amazing. Maybe OP to a certain extent in certain situations, but definitely better than the last couple of years where it was like you could run around all day and get no pressure. But yeah, I'm excited about Willis. We're gonna see if he's there if he's starting week 1. But we're gonna move on. All right, so we have to celebrate the Super Bowl champ from our last season. So the last season Super Bowl. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. That was an accident. It was supposed to say champs. I guess my hands just typed chumps on accident. The Atlanta Falcons. Cole.
Hey, it happens sometimes. It's not your fault.
I got a cheater fraud alert. Man, I don't know why I would do something like that.
Yeah. So because BJ's saying it was very interesting. A lot of people didn't play last season. Madden 22 was dying and stuff like that. Cole took it upon himself to say multiple times he will win the Super Bowl every year Madden in his own league, in quotation marks. So he played BJ in the divisional round, and BJ was winning. But as you find out, if you guys want to see not Madden content, but 2K, me and BJ play 2K a lot, stuff like that. We have high aspects trying to get into the 2K league and stuff like that. So if you want to send out to your friends, stuff like that. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to BJ's Twitch channel. We'll be streaming stuff like that. So BJ wanted to play 2K, so he went away from his game plan, and then he ended up losing the game. But BJ was upset because no one was really playing. And then Cole played me in the conference championship. I was a 6-time Super Bowl winner, stuff like that. Didn't lose any Super Bowls like that. And I get a text message from Cole. Like Cole said, "Hey, let's get this game over with. I don't want to play." I was like, "Bet." Was like play as friends. Was mess around. Little did I know, Cole was gonna come out and play like how we always play, like a serious game, stuff like that. Not a friendly matchup. Sometimes how we mess around, and he just let it upon himself. And I'm like, okay, bet. And he won the game. And then he went to go play Don in the Super Bowl. Congrats to Don making the Super Bowl, man. It's probably one of his first Super Bowls ever and stuff like that. Obviously, so people didn't play, but shout out to Don. But it was interesting how to take advantage. And he almost lost the Super Bowl to Don. And Don, I felt bad for Don. I was really hoping he pulled off the upset. Granted, he had the better team of the Ravens, but Cole's Mr. Tryhard. So the Super Bowl champs, quotation mark, or better yet known as the Super Bowl chumps, as we say, Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, exactly. So, but in actuality, we played 6 full seasons where people were actively involved. The 7th season was a hit or miss because people were just done Madden. However, in the first full 6 seasons, I technically did win all 6 Super Bowls. I won 5 with the Bills and 1 with the Detroit Lions. So I had to show them I could win without the Bills, because the Bills was one of the best Madden teams from last year. So I said, bet, give me the Detroit Lions. And I took the Detroit Lions, signed Cam Newton to the Super Bowl to win the Super Bowl in year 1. So, but it's funny, Super Bowl chumps. Sure, well, whoever knows, but he can have it. We call it his Mickey Mouse ring and all that stuff. His participation trophy for a Super Bowl. So
yeah, so it's all good though. We have our 6-time champ and 1-time champ. It's all in the commissioner's chat apparently. Me and Cam got to step our game up because apparently
Yeah, I'll say this. 2020 was a good year for me, but we're going to finish up here, wrap it up. But before we head out, we want to talk about Madden 23 real quick. We got our hands on the game for a couple days, stuff like that. And the league will be starting up this weekend. So, but Madden 23, completely different ball game, different play style, stuff like that. If you don't have an offensive tackle, your offensive tackle will get shit at 1.1 seconds multiple times, very fast, no matter who the defense end is, which I understand it happens sometimes, but every play back to back, yeah, kind of unrealistic. But things will get adjusted, stuff like that. But we will see. So, but the new precision passing, love it. Also hate it at the same time from a personal aspect, because I try to do a touch pass on a lot of passes, and sometimes it still throws a bullet, which is very aggravating. Not like the old system, which you didn't have the precision and you had the time meter, but I have to get used to it. Helps fills in. The run game's a little bit better this year, a little more active cuts and stuff like that. Defense, they actually recognize some things, but I think defense pass rush is a little OP, and also line awareness is pretty dumb. You'll see sometimes at some games you see play that the defense end literally just runs around the tackle, and the tackle doesn't even touch him, which is hilarious. So, BJ, I know you got your hands on it as well. You got any other favorite things to add for that?
Yeah, it's a weird scenario with the pass rush, because I'm not sure if the pass rush is OP or if the O-line is just stupid. Like, it's like it doesn't make sense sometimes. Like the way they they go about trying to make a block, or just not even looking to make the block at all. They're probably gonna have to tune it a little bit. Hopefully, it's not a huge tune. Just because you can't even pick up the blocks with blocking a tight end or running back. It's kind of like they're just non-existent.
Oh yeah, I was talking with Spitz earlier today because he was live streaming and stuff like that. He'll post his channel in here and stuff like that. We'll let you know and stuff. But we're talking about it. You max protect, but your running back and tight don't pick up anything. Or if they try to block the edge rusher, the 1.1 seconds for a tackle is like a half a second. The tight end just completely misses it, so it's not even worth the effort to block the tight end. You have more of a chance for him on short route, maybe dumping the ball off, but with the defense adjusting and be able to run man coverage and blitzes all the time, it's going to be a tune adjusted, hopefully, but we will see stuff like that. But I just wish offensive line awareness is a little bit smarter, not like when you got 4 pass rushers and I spread the guys out, my tackle does not shoot inside being the defense end wide the hell open to go hit the quarterback, and I can't do anything. So
yeah, it's one of those things where it took me a couple days. Today I feel like I finally got the hang of it a little bit of Madden. That precision passing is going to be like the key this year. So if you have not given it a chance, I'm telling you, it's a deal breaker. Like I turned it off for a little bit just to see if there was a difference. Once you learn the precision of it, because there's a way you throw, you can just throw like you normally throw with the precision. You just hit the button. But if you hit the L2 is where you can extend the precision pass further than the circle that it's in. So I've used that a lot today. And it's just like it's passes that you generally would be like, yo, why did he throw it like that? If he just threw it a little bit in front of him, he would have been good. It's a lot of those passes that you can just make that pass in front of the receiver, to catch it in stride and keep moving. So if you have not used it, I highly recommend that you do. If you need some pointers, if you need us to maybe make a video or help in any way on how to use it, just let us know. But I definitely think that you will notice a difference between the people winning in the league this year and the people that are losing based on who's effectively using that precision passing.
Yeah, for sure, man. As BJ is saying, L2, like, just classified as free-form passing. That's what the Madden has classified as, free-form passing. I haven't messed with it yet. I was just trying to understand the basic precision to get the different timing. My goal is to get more into the free-form. But I was going to open routes, like on corner routes, bringing the guy up more up the field, post, bringing the guy back inside or up the field, depending where the coverage is at. Out routes, now if they run man, defense is a little bit better so they get adjusted. But if I run a free-form and throw it all the way out to the out bounds, there's no way the DB is going to be able to intercept that. So, but we will see. But, we are excited. First video done in the books. We're excited to go to episode 2. Episode 2 is going to be following week 1. Looking at some of the games, some of the key highlights, key stats, stuff like that. But, it's going to be a fun year. So, BJ, before we close it out, anything else to say before we head out for the night?
I have nothing else. Enjoy the season, everyone. One thing. When you're playing your game, send us some highlights. We want to be able to put those in some of these videos. So if you don't want to send the highlights, send the whole clip. I'll cut it up myself. But give us some stuff that we can add. Check out some highlights. We want to get to a point where we can start making top plays. So send us some clips, some things that you're doing some amazing plays, and we'll make sure that we share that here.
Exactly. You can send to me or BJ. We're going to probably be the most editors coming with this video, this weekly recap, stuff like that. And to send to us, we can skip. We'll probably leave our emails in the group chat, stuff like that. So in that nature, so you can send to our emails so we can adjust it and edit clips here and there when we need to. So, but thank you guys for tuning in. BJ, thank you for joining me on the show tonight. Obviously, hopefully, this is going to be weekly theme for me and BJ. We're going to try and bring as much content as possible for you guys. We're excited about it. We're excited for the Madden season. But, let's get the show rolling. Week 1's going to be here shortly, starting mostly likely on Sunday and Monday, about around that time frame, and we're ready to get playing. So, the rest of us, have a good night. Peace out.
Peace, signing out.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, say